Hello, I'm Avonlea and welcome to my art channel. This video is going to be talking all about oiling out. Oiling out is a term that I hadn't heard of until a couple months ago. I actually got introduced to oiling out by a friend who oils out all her oil paintings. And I was asking her about it while we were shopping and she was trying to explain, and then all of a sudden she was like, hey, you know what? Why don't you come over to my house and you can see for yourself the process. So I was like, great, I wanted to see. So I went over and she showed me everything, how she does it. She was just learning herself. So she was like, don't take my word, like look on some videos about it. So I did, and there's some great videos out there. I'll try to link them in the description below. But anyway, I took what she had said as well as the videos and tried oiling out myself, and it worked wonderfully. Like, my painting was totally in patches of oil and all of a sudden it was completely oiled out. And oiling out is a process where it smooths out all those patches and makes it seem like one sheen of oil across your painting, and it's beautiful and it's really fun to do and actually pretty easy once you do it a few times. So now I want to show you how to oil out for yourself. So let's get started. So I keep my gal kit back here in this dark cubby so that it doesn't become rancid. And then I also have my cheesecloth, which I just keep with it. And this is a clean piece of cheesecloth so that I can oil out and then just throw away when I'm finished. I also have my mineral spirits. So oiling out takes a 1-to-1 ratio of the gal kit and your mineral spirits. A lot of people use Gamsol mineral spirits. I choose to just go to a store, buy mineral spirits, and it works out great. So some of my layers, the oil sunk into, and so now my layers look flat compared to some layers which still have that oil consistency. So it's uneven and it creates almost like a smudge, but it's not a smudge. You can just see like the oil layers and then like flat layers, and it's not pretty. And so I was like, yeah, I definitely need to oil out my paintings. Look at the reflection of this oil before I oil out. This is the part I haven't done. Isn't that amazing? I'm kind of scared because that cheesecloth was not lint-free. Do you see all that on my painting? It's gonna dry like that. Oh no. Here, it looks good. There's still some, but I got it with this paintbrush. So I'm gonna show you how by just going and scraping alongside, it's gonna pick it up. A little bit of help. A few swipes, but we'll get it up. This is with just a dry brush. Had some gunk on it. Something that's gonna have texture, that will get it up for you. Okay, you can kind of see where that oil is shiny on the top, where I just put it down. And on the bottom layer is what I use the cheesecloth on. This top half, I'm gonna be real careful about not swiping too much because it's really giving me some lint on that canvas and it's not good. Getting the big ones off, it's really working, but all the little ones are a lot harder to get and find. This is actually really satisfying to get, especially the big white ones off. Like, look at here. It's not good. I'm using my bigger brush, by the way, and it's working just as well. And then I'm gonna wipe it off onto here. It's working. And then go back in and get all those little... Ooh, that one's not ganache. So for cleanup, I'm just going to throw this out in my backyard because I'd rather not mess with it in the sink with the oil and mineral spirits. And then this is actually old cheesecloth. I thought I could use it again, but it turned out to be really hard because the oil dried. And so I used fresh ones instead, so I'm just going to throw out the whole lot. And then for the brushes, just use lukewarm water and lots of soap to get the mineral spirits and oil out of there. Because I want you to not use hot water because it'll actually break up the glue that binds the brush together. So use lukewarm water and lots of soap, and then it will be perfect. So speaking of varnishing, which we weren't speaking of it, but it's a necessary final tool that lots of people use on their oil paintings to finish it out. Because it binds everything together and it doesn't allow dust or grime to ruin your painting. I choose not to use a varnish just because these paintings are in my family. If I were to sell them, I would probably learn how to varnish, but for now I've been focused on oiling out. And oiling out is another process that has to go on before you varnish, because if you varnish a painting, then you could end up with patches because the varnish would sink in to some absorbent areas while other spots would be left with the varnish on top. And so oiling out takes care of that by putting a binder on top of all those paint layers, so that when the varnish goes on top, it is sitting directly on top of that oiling out, top of that oil, that thin glaze that you put over your oil painting to protect it. The varnish layer is the one layer of a painting that is removable though, so that's interesting. Oiling out, it's oil, it can't be removed because it's going to dry. And so once you do it, you have to be very sure you want to do it and that you're doing it correctly. Thank you for watching, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And have a great rest of your day.